guys for coming in so early. Let me get this camera straight. See, I'm almost like a master at this because we've been doing it for so long. How y'all doing? What's up, Mark? What's up, Batty? I see you, Liberty. I see y'all. I'm over here thinking like, whoa, they've been in here early and y'all been rocking with your boy for a long time. So don't think I don't appreciate you. Woosa. Got a big show today, you guys. Trump, DOJ schedules a meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell in prison. Yeah, we got a lot. We got Jeffrey, we got tariffs, we got Redskin talk, we got this guy over here, Mr. Jerome Powell. But before all that, y'all know what we got to do. Thank you so much for chiming in. God bless us all for another day. Thank him. That's right. And anytime you're ready, I do believe that we are ready too. Bling, bling, bling. Anytime you're ready, yo, bling, bling, bling. We can start the show like bling, bling, bling. I'm ready to go like bling, bling, bling. They ready to go like bling, bling, bling. We ready to stop now, bling, bling, bling. Straight up off the top now, bling, bling. One more time. One-handed. And that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. We got to open up those paws and go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip a big drip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up cause it's your birthday. You can find us in the club, bottle full of big drip. Y'all know why I'm open, right? Cause if pump that beat. It's Wednesday the 23rd. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Woo! That's right, you guys. We made it to another one. Wednesday hump day. That's what they call it. July the 23rd, 2025. Let's give some shout outs and see who's in the building this early. Mark Dorfman is up in the building. We've got Batty Lynn up in the building. We got Motherfunkin' Bone up in here from Miami. We got Liberty and Justice, as you already know. And who else do we have? We've got Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno tapping in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's right, you guys. What else we got? We got, who else we got? We got New Said Hi. We got some new people that's up in here. I saw you up there, but your name slid. Some people that grabbed those memberships and those subscriptions the other day. So now we got a bunch more thanks to our friend Harley. Thank you so much, Harley, and all of our new subscribers. We appreciate you so much. And the new members, of course, we always appreciate you guys because without you, we wouldn't be able to keep moving forward. But we like to call everybody here our co-hosts because without you and chiming in and giving the input and the stuff that you give up, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. That's why I always say y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. And like I always said, love that when you chime in, you let me know where you're chiming in from, as well as what time it is. Let's get some more going here. If we can grab some more people, give somebody some more love. Who else we got up in the building? That's who I was looking for. What's up, Gonzalez? Brand new, and I'm glad that you were actually able to grab that. That's right, grab that membership. Keep on subscribing, because we ain't gonna do nothing but keep on moving every day with this information until they stop. That's when we gonna stop. And guess what I got, you guys? I got a fully clip loaded, and you know what? I'm ready to get to work. Not even gonna ask for any likes, because I wanna earn the sweat and put it down. So you know what I'm gonna say? Let's get into these titles. Let's get right into it and see what we have up on our thumbnail for this Wednesday morning. We got a lot of action right now. We've got Trump. That DOJ schedules a meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell in prison. They're saying so much about this right now. They're saying that our President Trump can actually give her a pardon if the information is something that they think it may work. That may be something that may be interesting. Let me fix that. Maybe some information that may be newsworthy. What do you guys think about that? Let's keep on moving forward. What else do we have? We've got Hunter. I can feel it. Biden in the building right now, who has an interview exclusive with a YouTuber who's talking about doing what, and something that he's really good at doing. Smoking crack. That's right. Now I have no worries about anything coming back to me, because he said it himself in the clip. That's right, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Gonzalez, for showing all the love. Let's go, Bugatti. And yes, for that $9.99 super chat, let's everybody say thank you to Gonzalez. Let's keep on moving forward, because last but not least, we've got Washington Redskins legend responds to Trump's push for the Redskins to change their name back to the Redskins from the Challengers, who they have right now. I think it's the Challengers or the Commanders. I'm sorry, you guys. It's the Washington Commanders. I also want to know what you guys think about that. I really want to know what you guys think about the Commanders. Do you guys think that it's okay for them to change their names back? Is that something that you guys think that they should do? Really want to know about that. Let me know, because that's something that everybody, instead of just the NFL, should have some input on. And without any further ado, you guys, we got to get into this breaking news. Let's go ahead and get to work. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5. I'm coming back to the comments. I want to know what you guys have to say about what we got, because right now we got some breaking news about Iran. And I got to let you guys know, even though we have successfully taken care of their nuclear, where they were trying to make the nuclear booms at, seems like they're not going to stop. This is a situation that's very important. I think that we all need to pay attention to it. So I made it our first story. Everything else is going to definitely come after that. But you know what we got to do? We got to get all of the late breaking news out, as well as everything that's just happened, that's just happening right now. So without any further ado, let's go. Let's go. You guys tell me where you're chiming in from, as well as the time. I want to know what time zone it is, so that we know what time zone it is where you're at.
Mr. Foreign Minister, we appreciate the time.
My pleasure.
Are you open to direct talks with the Trump administration to try to find a solution that could de-escalate heightened regional?
Foreign Minister of Iran talking about if they're going to keep on moving forward to try to make nuclear arms. Let's go.
Tension after all that's happened.
Well, we are open to talks, not direct for the time being. If they are coming for a win-win solution, I am ready to engage with them. I mean that we are ready to do any confidence-building measure needed to prove that Iran's nuclear program is peaceful and would remain peaceful forever, and Iran would never go for nuclear weapons. And in return, we expect them to lift their sanctions. This is a win-win game. And
for who? Iran? Because he just said 2 win-win situations for Iran. He said, okay, just leave us alone. We're going to still, we want to still go and try to make the nuclear arms. And at the same time, could you lift the sanctions? What the HNIC are you talking about? Do you guys agree with this? Or do you guys think that we need to pay real serious attention to them moving forward, and continuous attention, so that they don't try to make those weapons of mass destruction? You guys know what I'm saying. Please excuse me for having to change these words up. It's YouTube. It's not me. I hate to have to do that.
And we are ready to engage in that. We cannot start these negotiations in a direct way. We still prefer indirect negotiations.
Were you truly empowered to make a deal if it came to that? And there are people obviously who wonder whether you are empowered by the Ayatollah to make such a deal. Are you?
Well, of course, I was empowered to make a deal. If you ask me about the negotiations I had with Mr. Witkoff, I think there was a possibility to make a deal. I told Mr. Witkoff very clearly several times that if the purpose of these talks is to achieve a deal in which Iran commits itself permanently not to go for nuclear weapons, that deal is achievable. But
I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think that they can be trusted? Do you think that with the Ayatollah still in command that there is no sort of grief or anger or want to be getting back or something like that? Or guess what? Now that we have the capabilities, it takes us much less time to go ahead and go nuclear. I don't know. I've always been scared of them, and I'm going to tell y'all that from the truth. Ever since I've been a little lad, every time I heard about them, scared to death. And y'all can get angry with me about that. I understand. It's just the way that I feel about it. I do not think that a lot of people should have nuclear arms. I wish Superman was real. I am that grown man that feels like I wish Superman could come, take everybody's nuclear arms and do exactly what he did. Fly them all out into the sun and blow them all up. So now we have none of that at all, so that we can't threaten each other with stupid stuff like that. That's not fair, and it's not fair to intimidate people. And I can honestly say I'm probably one of those people that's intimidated by certain countries having those sorts of, those weapons. Got to move forward, you guys, because now we got to get on over to the White House, because as of yesterday, the Wall Street Journal has been banned from the press pool, and Trump's basically over, and this is over the Epstein report and their reportings of the birthday letter where they said that he scribbled the naked body or whatever like that. So yeah, they've been banned from the press pool court now.
From Fox, I'm Andrew Kraft. Like I said, hope you had a good weekend. Well, over the weekend, we hit the 6-month mark of Trump 2.0, and we want to talk about some of the administration's perceived successes and or failures. Here, Fox News correspondent Mark Meredith has more on that question. Let's listen.
Tonight, the stock market is reaching record highs. The White House calling it proof 6 months in, Maganomics is working.
We've had the most successful 6 months of any administration. The president has delivered on his two core campaign promises: defeat inflation and secure the homeland in record time.
Now, some of President Trump's allies want more growth faster as they pressure the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates as soon as possible. Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna is the latest lawmaker to criticize Chairman Jerome Powell. Luna wants Powell prosecuted. She claims he lied to Congress about Fed facility renovations, estimated to be over budget by $700 million.
This does not make me happy to do. Perjury is a very serious charge.
Powell has yet to respond to Luna's claims, but last week defended the renovations, writing Fed buildings are, quote, in need of significant structural repairs. Today, White House aides told Fox Powell's job is safe. Will Powell be allowed to finish his term as Federal Reserve Chairman or not?
He has no plans to fire the Fed chair, but he has been very transparent in expressing his displeasure with Jerome Powell's management of the Fed and also his policies.
Democrats say the president's first 6 months are nothing worth celebrating. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass among those critical of Trump's immigration crackdown.
If you ask me, is there anything that they have done good in terms of immigration? I don't know.
So getting rid of criminals and actually seeing R-word people that do stuff to little children that you actually know really happened and that you can see really is going on, that's not good. You may be angry about what's going on the streets and the other side of it, but when it comes down to the illegal criminals and the people that they're really taking out of there, you're not happy about that. Okay, thank you for letting us know that. Let's keep on moving forward.
I don't think so.
And as Democrats search for a new leader, today, former first son Hunter Biden is back in the spotlight, 1 year to the day after his dad dropped out of the 2024 race. In a new interview, Hunter says illegal immigrants are vital to the country.
Smokey.
How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your table? Who do you think washes your dishes?
The president once again expected to focus on both trade and tariffs as he sits down with the leader of the Philippines this week. The U.S. recently struck deals with other Pacific countries, including Vietnam and Indonesia.
We got to keep it important, you guys. We have to keep it important. I got about 2 more for you as we stack this deck. They're like, where's the Jeffrey Epstein stuff? It's coming, but you know what we got to get to? We got to get to the other serious stuff too, because we got at least 19 people that are no longer with us after this Air Force jet crashed into a Bangladesh school. Serious situation. Let's check some information from BBC.
We start with our breaking news story in Bangladesh, where at least 19 people have been killed when an Air Force training jet lost control and crashed into a school compound in Dhaka. Many of the dead are children. A further 100 people are injured, and there's been video circulating of the incident in the northern suburb of Uttara, where you can see a huge fire, thick plumes of smoke as well. And these pictures here are of the aftermath and the rescue effort that's
the quickest way from a billion points of data to a point of view. SASVIA.
that started to take place soon after it happened, the military confirming that one of its training planes did indeed crash. Our reporter Shanawaz Rocky is at the scene for us in Dhaka.
The car, right?
So this is the building where the plane has crashed. Behind this building, just 100 meters away from here, nearly 1 o'clock the plane has crashed, and that time most of the students were in the classroom. And I have spoken to one of the eyewitnesses who told me the time when the plane has crashed. That time one of his friends has died and he was in front of him. And what he has saw that hundreds of the primary students were inside the classroom and 10 to 15 guardians were waiting outside, and the plane collapsed on top of them. So he presumed that most of them have died, but the number is not disclosed yet. And there are also a residential building where many students used to live, so their situation is also unknown. The parents and guardians are waiting outside anxiously and waiting. What we have seen at this moment, the ambulance have come in and going out with lots of casualties. There are few hospitals around the sites and they also admitted there. The security forces, Army, Navy and Air Forces along with the fire service and other security forces has started the rescue operations. So the site is totally cordoned, people cannot get inside.
Okay, so the site is totally cordoned off. It seems as if the number has not been actually secured, but they're estimating around 19 people. Seems as if a chopper was taking flight and people were probably under it. It collapsed down and there were a lot of casualties that happened outside of that. Terrible story. They probably don't believe in our God, but guess what we believe in? We want to pray for the people that lost their souls in this tragic event, no matter where it was in our world. We hope that their friends and family can get through this tragic time. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. We have to keep on moving forward. We do that to not go from one story that's terrible and then get into an exciting story and get all dramatical. And next thing you know, you're looking at me like, how could you do that, Bugatti? I can't. So I do that as well as show respect to the family as well as our God. Hopefully you guys understand. Not a preacher, so I'm just being straight up with you guys. Want to keep on moving forward. The latest on the fallout from the Trump administration in the handling of the Epstein case. It's time to get down, y'all. I know what y'all came for, but we had to get right to what we had to get to. And I understand if you guys see, that's why I do the prayers, because you never know what I'm going to do after to get the next scene open. Let's get to it. Let's go.
We begin with Ed O'Keefe at the White House. Ed, great to see you. Catch us up on the latest in regards to the Epstein files, White House maneuvers, and a lawsuit with a very important media company.
That's right. Well, the president has essentially told the attorney general, of course, you can release or seek the release of everything that was given to the grand jury back in the day. And so the Justice Department's working on that. Questions were asked here today about whether he wants everything released. And the White House said, look, the president has told the Justice Department and the FBI, if they believe that everything needs to be released, then they can seek the release of it all. But punted that down the street to the Justice Department and the FBI, which is notable because after more than a week of this, it seems they're finally trying to push it off to other places. You did mention that lawsuit. He filed suit against the Wall Street Journal for a story that broke late last week regarding an alleged drawing that he made for Jeffrey Epstein as part of an album of letters that were given to him at the turn of the 21st century. The president disputing that that was real and filed suit pretty quickly thereafter. The Wall Street Journal vowing to fight that suit. We'll see how far that one goes.
Contrary to what you said earlier, they actually have some more tightened and establishing information and some further clips on our show that's going to validate the president actually really pushing harder for them to get this information out. He's saying it's getting on his nerves and he's tired of it. So he's actually done something even further that we're going to show on our show. But go ahead.
Word also came today that the Wall Street Journal will not be part of the traveling press corps when the president heads to Scotland later this week to inspect his golf courses and to meet with the British Prime Minister, a sign that they are facing some consequences for the reporting of their colleagues, not unlike what happened to the Associated Press and other news outlets, but we'll see how much farther it goes beyond that.
And as you know, there is a...
Okay, that's enough, because now I want to see what Epstein's... Is that really going on over there? Okay, bombshell. Jeffrey Epstein's brother, whoa, says that he did not commit suicide, that he was murdered, and they need to release the files. Yep, we got some information from Epstein's brother. His name is, if I'm not mistaken, is that Michael Epstein? I think that's his name there, you guys. I think his name is Michael, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and see what his brother actually has to say about this situation here.
Joining us tonight is a very special guest, Mark Epstein.
Mark.
This is the biological brother of Jeffrey Epstein, now dead. Mr. Epstein, thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
Mark, if I may call you that.
Sure.
You have been disturbed from day one about the claim your brother, Jeffrey Epstein, committed suicide. You say that did not happen. Why?
Well, first of all, it was sort of like almost day two. What happened when I first heard that Jeffrey was found dead from apparent suicide, I heard it on CNN. The government didn't notify me, as they claimed. I heard it on CNN. And at first, I had no reason to doubt that because, I knew he was in jail. He was potentially facing a very long term. I knew he wouldn't want to live like that. He didn't have any children to worry about. Our parents are gone, and he wouldn't have to worry about me. So there was no reason to doubt that. But then the next morning, I had to identify his body because I'm the next of kin, and they did the autopsy. And so far, the same thing. I just assumed it was a suicide. But then the city pathologist who did the autopsy, with Michael Bottombear's forensic pathologist on my behalf, witnessing this, they both came out of the autopsy room and they said they couldn't call it a suicide because it looked too much like a homicide. Now that never appears in any government report, and no one's speaking about that the two qualified forensic pathologists who did the autopsy could not call it a suicide because it looked too much like a homicide. And then a few days later, Barbara Sampson, who was the chief medical examiner, she declares it was a suicide. And let's be clear, Barbara Sampson never saw the body.
So they're trying to say that that's what he actually used to commit it and to off himself. And if you guys can see before that, it was like a small bed frame that they're saying that he used in order to, I'm not going to, the suicide, in order to finish himself. Yeah, in order to finish himself. It was tied to that little bed frame right there.
Did the autopsy, could not call it a suicide because it looked too much like a homicide. And then a few days later, Barbara Sampson, who was the chief medical examiner, she declares it was a suicide. And let's be clear, Barbara Sampson never saw the body. She wasn't at the autopsy, and after the autopsy was over, that day we claimed the body. So she never saw it. Just like Ash Patel made that statement that, because he's a prosecutor and everything else, he said, it's suicide when you see it. I mean, he said that in a congressional or a Senate hearing, and the oath I would take. And he said, it's suicide when you see it. The first questions that came to mind was, well, how many suicides has he seen?
Well, I actually, to answer your question, Mark, he actually said that he saw a lot in the time that he's actually been working in the field that he's in. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's pretty impactful right there. A lot of information getting out on that clip right there. You guys appreciate the content. Do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. We're trying to get up to 40,000 members. Let's see if we can do, subscribers. Let's see if we can do that. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. And I got so much more for you, but I want to read what you guys have to say. What do you guys have to say on this topic right here? I got you. What you want? What you got? What you got? What y'all got for me on this? Anything? Why was his neck broken? I can say that. Okay, he was CIA. Okay, y'all gonna really make me surf. Y'all gonna really make me surf this morning, huh? Really surf the fine line. Not seller mean deeper. Not seller meant deeper. Okay, what else y'all got? Come on, I'm gonna read what y'all got to say. Agent of mislead. Nah, we just reading and showing you guys information. I think he did. You're talking about from that level. Probably did if he was that determined to finish himself, is what Carlos is saying, I guess. Okay, what else you got over here? We got okay, the stream is about Jeffrey Epstein and a whole bunch of stuff. Absolute Rebecca. Okay, what did Rebecca say? Rebecca says, okay, got what you're saying. Let's keep on moving, you guys. I thought that you guys had some heat on this, but I'm going to keep on coming with the heat because now we got the latest from the White House as they react to Epstein as well as Harvard, because you know Harvard's requesting funding, and unless they change their practices, and this is not me saying this, this is the Trump administration, unless they change their practices, they ain't really getting nothing. They ain't really getting nothing. They ain't getting no nothing. They ain't getting no dough, y'all. So yeah, let's get into it. Yes. I got Epstein on this as well as some Harvard.
There are growing calls from both sides of the aisle for transparency on the Jeffrey Epstein files.
And we'll check it out.
There are growing calls from both sides of the aisle for transparency on the Jeffrey Epstein files.
And our D.C. Bureau Chief Ben Kennedy live now with the White House with much more. Ben.
Well, commenting moments ago, White House Press Secretary Karen Leavitt did make clear again today they're for transparency and want any credible info about Epstein to be made public. President Trump continues to face fallout over the Jeffrey Epstein case, with lawmakers today taking symbolic action to call for the files to be made public, after the Department of Justice said there is no credible evidence Epstein blackmailed anyone and did not keep a so-called client list.
The president has said if the Department of Justice and the FBI want to move forward with releasing any further credible evidence, they should do so.
It comes after the DOJ asked federal courts to release grand jury testimony linked to the convicted sex offender, writing in a motion, "Transparency to the American public is of the utmost importance to this administration. It's set to be a lengthy process in the courts that could include hearings to determine the impacts on victims."
I do not want to release those children's names and innocent people.
Right. The commander-in-chief also filed a $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal and owner Robert Murdoch, accusing them of publishing a false story about an alleged 2003 birthday letter to Epstein bearing Trump's name and a drawing of a naked woman, with the Dow Jones saying they have full confidence in the rigor and accuracy of their reporting. Meanwhile, Trump's team was in court Monday for another case, lawsuits that challenge the freezing of billions of federal money for Harvard University. The White House holds the school's alleged discriminatory DEI practices as the main reason for the cut in funds. Today, Trump reacting on social media, writing the government will stop the practice of giving billions of dollars to Harvard, much of which had been given without explanation, adding it's a long-time commitment to fairness in funding education.
I want to know what you guys think about the last part, because yes, we got a lot going on with Jeffrey Epstein. There's so much other news going on in the world. I just don't want us to get, just bamboozled or just entrapped in that one thing, which is why we're mixing it up today. Yes, nothing but Jeffrey Epstein information to come after this. I got so much more in-depth stuff. So yes, just want to know what you guys think about that. I like to read your comments. Okay, what else you guys got? Yeah, okay, we will see if you still care when there is next president. You just want to hate Trump. That's it. That's what Alex said. What else you guys got for me over here? Joe says the name on the letter was Donald, not Trump. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Breaking Massey. He's going to reveal some new Epstein information despite Johnson's opposition. We got more. I got more. Every little part counts because there's all new information that we can actually hear about this. This is the representative who basically is pushing for let's say when they do release the files, for there not to be so much redactions. And this did not get a lot of promo, a lot of push. But I want to make sure that we're getting every single part from every angle. So let's go.
No, it's a tool of the American people. When the speaker stands in the way of justice and transparency, this is how we get justice. We get 218 people to sign a resolution that says we're going to bring this bill to the floor. This is phase 2.
The Speaker says there's not going to be a vote before the August recess on this separate bill. What do you say to that?
Well, lucky for him, there are only 6 legislative days between when I introduced this bill, and I need 7 legislative days for the bill to ripen and then get the discharge petition signatures. So what will happen is over the August recess, I think momentum will build for transparency. I don't think this is going to go away. And I think when we return in September, we'll get phase 2 of the Epstein files, because we'll get, I believe, every Democrat and at least a dozen Republicans who want transparency and justice.
Why is that going to the grand jury and asking for the release of this testimony not enough for you?
That's like one of 12 things that we need.
I didn't know that.
In our House resolution, which calls up the bill,
I didn't know that.
we ask for a dozen different things. And that testimony would be one thing, but that's not a whole lot of stuff.
Do you have any reason, do you believe there's any reason why this information is not being released by the administration?
I think it's embarrassing to the intelligence community. It may be embarrassing to the president's friends. I'm not particularly implicating the president himself. I don't allege him of any wrongdoing, but I do believe that there are some things that need to be brought to the American public's.
And then really a lot of other people, believe it or not, it's not just Trump. I'm telling you guys, it ain't got nothing to do with only him. You know how many other people are on that list? How about that when y'all find that out? Y'all start hearing about blah, 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 and blip, blue, blue, and this one over here. Y'all gonna be like, yo, hell with you. What about, yo, you was over there on Epstein Island? For real? When y'all start hearing those names, these names, that name right there ain't gonna mean jack. It's gonna get crazy because now they got all of these people that's trying to pull different layers of the onion back. And guess what Trump did? We're gonna call this unmasked. Trump makes an unprecedented move on the Epstein investigation yesterday, and he again ordered the DOJ to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell and open up those files. Open up those files, y'all. This is actually breaking. I just caught this like a couple of hours ago. This is some goody good right here. Let's go. We got an alert going on. Let's get it. Matter of fact, whoever stayed this long, I appreciate you guys, and I want to let you guys know that the longer you be here, the better it's going to get. So do yourself a favor and double tap that screen, because it's about to go down. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on.
Back to our top story now. The U.S. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says he wants to meet in person with Ghislaine Maxwell. She is in federal prison for aiding Jeffrey Epstein, and the House Oversight Committee has just voted to subpoena Maxwell, compelling her to appear for a deposition. Joining us now is the former Deputy Assistant Attorney General John Yoo. John, good to be with you. President Trump was asked about this a moment ago when he was with the president of the Philippines in the Oval Office. This is what he said about Todd Blanche going to talk to Ghislaine Maxwell. Listen here.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do. I didn't know that they were going to do it. I don't really follow that too much. It's sort of a witch hunt, just a continuation of the witch hunt.
What do you think of the whole idea? Because certainly you would think, as close as she was to Jeffrey Epstein, that she holds the keys to the kingdom.
John, good to be with you. This is a remarkable step. The Deputy Attorney General does not go around
meeting with federal inmates or even meeting with people who might turn state's evidence in ongoing cases. So this is a sign of how serious the Trump administration thinks this is, how worried they are that trust in the administration is eroding, is that they got to call out the really big guns to get involved, like the Deputy Attorney General. On the other hand, you have to ask, how much does Ghislaine Maxwell know anymore? If she had all this information, the time she would have used it was when she was trying to reach some kind of plea bargain with the government to avoid the very jail time she's in now.
Somebody says she's about to get off. Gerard says she's about to get off. What else we got over here? We got Michael that says, is he supposed to be warning her to stay quiet or end up like Epstein, says Michelle. We got Hot Blazing 777 that says, and then how smoke gonna get when it's the pardon, when it pardons, and the lady was selling kids to get Mills Lester. Okay, Liberty and Justice says her father was Robert Maxwell, and he was well known. Look him up. That's right. I definitely know that, and you're right about that. What else we got? I'm reading your comments right now. Okay, Hillary coming is it's a knocking. Okay, how to win over negativity. What's the cover up? Come on. Light, what it says, the light. Come on to the light. It's biblical. It's biblical. Okay, let's go, y'all.
However, if there's anybody who might still be at the center of a conspiracy, who might have knowledge of all the people who went to Epstein's Island, anybody who might have been blackmailed by Epstein, it would still be Maxwell. She's the only one, I think, who's left.
Yeah, I mean, again, she was literally attached to him at the hip. You would think that she would know just about everything that he was doing. Now, in terms of her cooperating with the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, do you think she would just say, oh, sure, let's talk? Or would she say, what are you going to give me in exchange for me talking?
Right.
Of course not, John. She is going to press for the best deal she can get. Now, she's already serving a sentence in federal prison, but the president can commute a sentence. The president could even give her a pardon. I don't think a pardon would be warranted, but the president could say, in exchange for your cooperation, I will order a reduction in your sentence so you could get out earlier than promised. But she would really need to come across with the goods. She's also got a case. Her case is actually still pending right now at the Supreme Court. I believe the Justice Department is opposing the Supreme Court taking her case. Her case is not the kind that the Supreme Court would take, but she might also ask that the Justice Department drop its opposition to her appeal to the Supreme Court. I can't see the Justice Department doing that, but she's going to try to trade whatever information she has for less time in jail.
They've been everywhere. You see all that stuff that was changing while he was talking? They was in everywhere. They went to Russia, got the big hats. Y'all was everywhere. So I'm sure that she does know more than people think. Not only that, but yesterday we already reported the fact that she was the one that was setting up the flights. Y'all remember that, right? Do your boy a favor if you have not already. Go ahead and become a member. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so y'all know when we on, and we're going to keep on going forward because we got a guy that I actually like. His name is Kevin O'Leary. He's talking about Epstein, and the focus is on he said the focus is like poop on a stick. I like Kevin because he always gets right down to the bottom of stuff, and he talks about what I like to talk about all the time. Money, 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 money. But in this sense, I like the fact that he's talking about other actions and other things, and he's on a platform where you guys don't think that he probably would be at. Not only that, putting other things into light as far as our economy, what's going on with the stock market right now. Yes, everybody wants Epstein, but what about what else is going on in the world? Let's get to it. We got more Epstein, so if you guys leave, too bad for you, but we just got to mix it up a bit. So let's go.
What they care about, look at the American economy right now. A lot of people had a lot of mistrust on the tariff issue. Economy's on fire. Indexes all-time highs. Every country on earth wants to cut a deal with America. The average person at the kitchen table is not worrying about Epstein. Don't give a damn. They want to provide for their family, and they are. America's working.
So
this is the American.
Hold on. Let me just say,
working.
Jerome Powell just announced that he's going to hold off on cutting interest rates again
Who
because
cares?
of the tariffs, and we've already started to see the inflationary pressures.
We have a lot more on the economy later in the show, but just one thing that you said, Kevin, that I think is
Epstein's alive?
No. There are two aspects of it. I mean, I think on the one hand, I think you're right that it's kind of like a niche interest here, this Epstein thing, but the niche is Trump's base, people in Trump's base. But secondly, on the broader picture of what is happening in the country and how do Americans feel about it, CBS YouGov poll asked, how do you think things are going here in this country? 61% said very or somewhat badly. That's not exactly a great indictment of the Trump economy. And then on top of that, to what I was saying earlier, on the Epstein files, this is what Republicans want. 83% want the files released. So I think both of those things is part of why Trump is having a hard time right now.
I hope they release them.
They're
He'll
not,
still be dead.
Yeah. He will still be dead.
He's going to be dead for a long time.
But Trump lives and dies on his base.
Yeah.
And the base right now they're unsteady.
I don't understand why he hasn't released the files, as he said. It's one of the reasons I believe that they released today the files on Martin Luther King Jr., because now he's able to show, hey, look, I told you I was going to release the MLK file, the JFK file, and also the Epstein file. It's going to take a little bit of time. I don't know the reason why. Personally, I don't think.
But that's what we shut off at. Personally, we don't care how that song go. Give a fuck about your feelings. All the other stuff really happened with the MLK files and all of that. I just really wanted to let Kevin say what he had to say because I want to know what you guys think about the money. Also, are you guys feeling better at the kitchen table? Do you guys see a difference when it comes down and when you go food shopping? Are milk prices down? What part of the country or state are you in? I want to know what the gas prices are because in New York they went down a bit, but not that much. I want to know if you guys are really feeling what they're talking about because that's something that's also serious to us besides just the Epstein files. Okay, we got to get over to New York real quick because we got this driver. You guys remember this Thunterdant and her friend that were arrested the other day for crashing and taking out 2 people. Yes, 2 people lost their lives because of these 2 Thunterdants that decided they wanted to be drunk and driving. That's something that we do not think is a great thing over here, and I'm glad that they got those silver bracelets. They're one size fits all for everybody. Really glad that they got those silver bracelets, but the sad part about it is they were already in trouble for another hit and run that they should have probably been already being held for the simple fact that they already were, like I said, had a hit and run, so they probably would have been able to avoid this situation happening in the first place. We're going to go over to Chinatown really quickly and talk about this woman. Not only that, but the car was stolen.
With this new piece of evidence, as well as questions as to why the driver was on the road after already facing previous charges in a hit and run. Nicole.
That's the question out here. People who live and work here in Chinatown, they're just upset over all of this, especially hearing about the driver's history. They believe whether or not she faced tougher consequences in that first crash in April, well, could that have spared the lives lost here? And that surveillance video, just too devastating, too gruesome to show. Take a look. This surveillance video obtained by Pix 11 News shows a deadly crash. We are stopping it right there. The impact devastating, the scene a shattered bicycle after a driver recklessly got behind the wheel of that car. It happened early Saturday morning here in Chinatown. Pix 11 News confirmed the driver, Autumn Donna Asciencio Ramiro, was allegedly under the influence. Her actions took the life of Kevin Cruikshank, an avid cyclist, and May Kwok, a 63-year-old woman who was sitting on a bench. The incident shocking to people who live in the area, but not surprising to transportation alternatives. This latest incident is something they say could have been avoided.
Canal Street is one of the most dangerous streets in Manhattan. 18 New Yorkers have been killed or seriously injured on Canal Street since 2022 alone.
Mayor Eric Adams also reacting to the incident.
It appears that it was excessive speed. 2 people are in custody of an unfortunate incident. No one should lose their life in that manner.
Witnesses say Ramiro and her passenger tried to run after the crash, but did not get far. Police arrested them both. And it's not the first time Ramiro has been involved in hitting a pedestrian. Back in April, she was charged with hitting a 22-year-old in Brooklyn. In a statement, a spokesperson for the cyclist's family said Kevin was a regular fixture in the neighborhood, known for his warm, welcoming spirit and love of helping his friends and neighbors.
Yes, you're right. I see what you're trying to say over there, Joe. You're right. Because no serious repercussions for the previous actions. That is New York for you. That is New York for you. Expect it. Liberal judges, they was giving away baseball tickets and Dunkin' Donuts coupons in order to make people go back to court during COVID. They were doing some really stupid stuff. Let me tell you something. When you have the wrong people running your government, it is the reflection of what happens to the people. And I'm going to be honest with you, this slap on the wrist sort of government that we have going on now with the revolving doors when it comes to the criminals that's going in and out, it's just like, what do? We out here like this, like really. I went outside yesterday and I think I watched too much of my own show because I'm outside like this. Like for real, like, yeah, because I got to make sure that a car don't just fly out of nowhere with two drunk people in it going crazy.
Kevin loved riding his bicycle. It's devastating to know he was killed doing something he loved. After the incident, the driver was taken to Bellevue Hospital. She faces serious charges, including murder and manslaughter. We reached out to the 22-year-old involved in the incident in Brooklyn, but we were asked for privacy. That's the latest.
So that's two people. I don't know if you guys have been following the show. You actually see the footage of of them getting arrested. We've been following this case ever since it happened 2 days ago. And this is just more of the follow-up. And yes, we're going to still pray for the souls and the lives and the families of the people that lost their lives in this. And we're going to ask that you accept them in Jesus' name. Amen. We hate to do that. We don't like to do that. We wish that we had a show where that was not happening at all. Just pit bulls and puppies and all of us just having a great time. But when we got situations like this going on in our world, we got to deal with it and we have to get through it. Let's go on over because now our president is telling Tulsi Gabbard, saying that Tulsi Gabbard, she caught ex-president, what we going to call him? Former President Barack Obama, and they're trying to say it's time for them to go after them. This has to do with the Russia, the collusion, and basically Tulsi Gabbard has found some information about ex-president, what's his name? Barack Obama.
Tulsi Gabbard has submitted a criminal referral to the department.
And she's put a criminal referral out against the administration of the past to try to get all of the information and bring them to court.
Department of Justice. From your perspective, who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures in the Obama administration?
Well, based on what I read, and I read pretty much what you read, it would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him, and Comey was there, and Clapper, the whole group was there. Brennan, they were all there in a room, right here. This was the room. This is much more beautiful than it was then, but that's okay. I have nice pictures up. They came out of the vaults. They were in there for 100 years. This is much more beautiful. We have the Declaration of Independence now in the room, which wasn't here. I guess people didn't feel too good about putting it here, but I do. But you know what? If you look at those papers, they have them stone cold, and it was President Obama. It wasn't lots of people all over the place. It was them too. But the leader of the gang was President Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And except for the fact that he gets shielded by the press for his entire life, that's the one look, he's guilty. It's not a question. I like to say, let's give it time. It's there. He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election. They tried to obfuscate the election. They did things that nobody's ever even imagined, even in other countries. You've seen some pretty rough countries. This man has seen some pretty rough countries.
Okay, now what actually did you get? And what is the Obama administration saying? Y'all like, you cutting away from the president? Yes, because we got to keep on moving. You guys can watch that whole sit down if y'all like, but we got to get over and see what's actually going on with Tulsi.
Obama's been caught directly. So people say, oh, you know, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's criminal at the highest level.
President Trump today calling out former President Obama after DNI Tulsi Gabbard sent a criminal referral to the DOJ related to her claims that Obama-era officials manufactured and politicized intelligence to create the Russia collusion narrative in 2016. Intelligence that those officials have said they had great confidence in.
John Brennan and Jim Comey and I are part of the group that were tasked by President Obama to put together all the reporting we had on the Russian interference, and which we did. And then, of course, on January 6th, we issued our intelligence community assessment documenting the Russian interference, in which we had very high confidence in the evidence that we presented.
Gabbard also teeing up that there will be more declassified documents coming this week. Ahead of that, here's what we've learned so far. December 7th, 2016, the assessment reiterated that Russia did not tamper with election infrastructure. Just one day later, the editor of that assessment canceled the brief, quote, based on new guidance. By December 9th, 2016, Obama convened National Security Council principals and ordered a new assessment. And on January 6, 2017, the new unclassified assessment was released.
Hey, y'all like receipts? If you guys like receipts, I would really tell you, go check out the information because it's all public information. So if you guys don't believe it, see if it's real by checking into it. I think that that's a really bad situation for the Obama administration. I think it's a bad look for his administration as well as Biden again. So if this is all true, what do you guys think about it? Do you think that they're going to bring him up on these criminal charges? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Juicy Crew is hard at work. Trump is winning, says Blue Ocean. But I like the other person too, so we're going to be fair. The other person says you're forgetting to change it from winning to whining. We got to be fair here even in the comments because I thought that was funny. What else we got over here? Demonetized, what's up? Here comes the judge. 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 Yeah, I know all that stuff. I used to watch that stuff with my grandmother and all of them. So yes, y'all can reflect and do certain stuff like that too. JSO officer, y'all ain't gonna believe this. We got this JSO officer who's been stripped of his law enforcement badge because now he's being investigated because of this February traffic event where he stopped somebody, punched someone straight in the face. I don't know if you guys saw this video. And they said that he was, not complying. But they broke the window, punched homeboy straight in his face. Boo bap, boo bap. Come on, y'all, check this out. I want you guys to see this right here. If anything, I do see the charges being dropped and the possibility of a lawsuit going down when it comes down to this because I don't know, once they got the glass broken and the door could have been open, I don't know if the punch to the face was necessary. Check this out, you guys. Let's get into it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Here. Tonight on the 10 o'clock news, a Jacksonville Sheriff's Office traffic stop going viral with 1 million views and climbing on social media. Now we see all the angles of the interaction.
I'm going to break the window. Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
JSO releasing body camera footage from each of the 3 officers who were involved.
I would love to be the mayor, but not the police, because I might get in trouble myself.
In the incident, which is now drawing national attention. After roughly 4 minutes of asking William McNeil Jr. to get out of his car, officers smashed through the window, pulled him out of the car, and pinned him to the ground, telling that driver to stop resisting. The viral traffic.
Now, the part that I don't understand is why you pushing his face to the ground. That is grinding someone's face on the asphalt. I get all the other stuff. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? And then grabbing somebody by the hair just because they have it. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with it. Y'all can call me what y'all want, but you broke the window. You could have got me out of there. It's 5 of y'all. Come on. Y'all got 5 on me. Get me in these cuffs, throw me in the back of the car, and I'm out of there. Even if you don't agree with what I did. But punching me in the face and throwing me down on the ground and grinding my face into the asphalt where it's going to be marks and scratches, I don't think that that's right. What we got over here? We got Kevlar that says big old lawsuit. Comply. Troy Scott says officers may keep their jobs just suspended with pay. F-Pigs, we already got the content continues. We got previous 5 minutes. Yeah, that's right. Show the previous 5 minutes. I get you, because you never know, Joe, and I like to be both sides. I like to be on both sides. Somebody says lawsuits. Looking sharp. Thank you so much for the compliment. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I like opinions, and it's fantastic when everybody stays on topic. Watch this. If y'all stay on topic, the show's going to go crazy. Watch this.
Traffic stop now prompting questions of drivers' legal rights and demands of transparency from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
This incident happened back in February, but McNeil just posted the video on social media this past weekend. Sheriff T.K. Waters says an internal department investigation into the officer's conduct is underway. A violent altercation that all began when police noticed McNeil's headlights weren't on. News4 Jax reporter Eric Avignon joining us live in studio tonight. Eric, you have more on everything that's happening here.
Yeah, so we just found out today that encounter between Will McNeil Jr. and Officer Donald Bowers, again, it happened back in February, but Sheriff T.K. Waters announced today that he didn't know about it until someone had told him about that cell phone video that was posted onto social media. He said he ordered an immediate investigation into the matter. This is the cell phone video that has since gone viral after it was posted onto social media.
Exit the vehicle!
You just saw 22-year-old Will McNeil Jr. being punched in the face by JSO Officer Donald Bowers during a traffic stop. Now, here is the newly released body cam video showing how it all began.
Yes, sir. Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that? I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over? Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why.
Okay, all right, we gotta do it. First of all, his hand is tucked like this and he's talking. I get what y'all thinking, but that officer don't know that he ain't got no weapon, right? And then the first thing the officer said was, what'd he say? Why you got the door open? Because of course, normally when they come to your car, they have a certain approach that they do. They even touch the back of the car for a specific reason as well. So yes, this could have sent off a little red flag right here. You don't know why his hand is tucked. Come on, y'all, don't tear me up. I get what you're saying because of the punch in the face, but what happened before it? Come on.
I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. 2 things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor.
Okay.
Why did you pull me over?
Let's be fair. We saw his hand. There's nothing in it.
It's only 35. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle.
Moments later, after more cops show up, Officer Bowers' body cam records what happens next.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands. Here.
Kennedy 633 at 16.1 hours.
Step out. What is your reason?
Step out now. Put your hands behind your back. I'm resisting. Hands behind your back.
McNeil pled guilty to driving on a suspended license and resisting arrest without violence. Sheriff T.K. Waters says this encounter could have been prevented if McNeil had not resisted arrest, but what about this punch to the face seen in the cell phone video?
Was it appropriate for the officer to punch this guy in the jaw after he'd already broken the window? Was that yes or no? Was that appropriate?
It depends on the circumstances.
Yeah.
But it's already determined it's not criminal. Now we're going to look for JSO policy violations. How about that? Is that good?
Well, if a civilian did that to another civilian, they would be in handcuffs.
No, not necessarily. It depends on the circumstances, the situation.
I asked that same question to civil rights attorney John Burris. If his name sounds familiar, it should. He represented Rodney King in court after King was seen on video being beaten by Los Angeles police officers during a traffic stop. Burris has no affiliation with this investigation.
If a regular civilian had done that to another person, would it be safe to say that that civilian would have been charged with aggravated assault and destruction of property?
Absolutely. And that's why a civil rights case is going to be filed soon.
Now, McNeil is being represented by civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump and Harry Daniels. And when I spoke with Burris, he showed interest in joining those attorneys in this case to create what he would call a legal dream team.
Oh boy, they're trying to really stack the deck on that one. I don't know. You can look at it that way. As far as the punch to the face could be looked at as criminal. But guess what? On the other side of it, it could also be looked at as in the heat of the moment and adrenaline. Thank you, Harley, because he just gave you guys 20 memberships. If you guys want those memberships, all y'all got to do is go get them. Harley just gave you guys 20 memberships. Let's thank Harley for always showing love and being the #1 co-host on Our Bottom Line. Harley, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And we saw Sadie doing her little escape tactics and all of that other stuff too. I like the way she plays around. Real cool. Great new addition to the family. Harley, thank you so much. Everybody here in the comments. I know you're running to get the memberships, but all the members, let's thank Harley for the memberships that he just gave everybody. 20 memberships. Thank you so much, Harley. Now we got to move forward to a new video that shows the arrest of the former Hialeah police chief. What did he do to get in trouble? We all over it. We've been in Bangladesh this morning. We've been in Washington, D.C. We've been on over to Philly. Let's get on over to Hialeah right now.
Video showing the arrest of a former top cop in Hialeah.
Detectives say that he used public money meant for narcotics investigations to fund his lavish lifestyle. Local 10 crime specialist Bridget Matter live now in Hialeah to show us. Bridget.
The former chief was arrested during a traffic stop, and this video will show that he seemed shocked by the arrest. Police body cameras rolling as detectives with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office Priority Response Team surround a car.
Hands up, hands up.
Behind the wheel, former Hialeah Police Chief Sergio Velasquez, his hands up and badge long gone.
Take him away from the car.
The 61-year-old cuffed, arrested on fraud charges.
Targeting custody.
A hard fall from...
Y'all heard that? One size fits all. Do you guys notice? This is just like when you tie up a trash bag. In a certain part of your life, you don't want to get to this part. This man is 61 years old. You give him 10 years, he's 71 getting out. Give him 20 years old, he's 80, might not make it. Don't get to this ripe old age. That's what I be trying to explain to you guys and why I had to pause this video right here. Do not get to this ripe old age, 40, 50, none of those ages, and do no nonsense like this that could wind you up discredited, messing up your pension, everything that you actually work for. You might as well straighten up and fly right. Be the cornball. Yeah, be the cornball and do it the right way. Yeah, come on, y'all.
From power as he's confronted by an officer.
Mr. Velasquez, how are you? Good to see you again. Under arrest?
Documents reveal an alleged scheme.
You ain't gonna
it
believe
started
this.
with cash, money meant for Hialeah's undercover drug busts, and monies the city received in drug forfeitures. It's alleged between 2016 and 2021, more than $1 million disappeared.
Woo!
Cash tied to 20 court-awarded civil forfeitures, prosecutors say never logged or turned in. He's accused of living large through lavish spending on the city's dime. Documents reveal a paper trail of transactions. They say he purchased 2 Rolex watches in Aventura, including, quote, a Rolex Oyster cost Velasquez $68,632, and money for a Mercedes lease. In total, according to the state attorney's office, at least $635,000 spent. After he left the department, officials found more than $2.6 million unaccounted for.
The monies always came up missing.
Investigators say the money wound up in the chief's office safe before hitting his bank accounts for personal spending. And when he walked out of jail, he had nothing to say to our cameras. He is facing several charges, including organized fraud, and he's due back in court in August.
Y'all do me a favor, listen to John. Y'all see what John said up there? You guys that just took those memberships, make sure that you guys also subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate it. Not only take the memberships, but like John says, who's another one of our fantastic co-hosts, go ahead and make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. Harley, thank you so much again. Thank you so much again. Let's go. We got to keep on moving forward. What y'all think about that? This crooked crook over here, all this money he took. What y'all think about that? I don't think they got them though, but I got an idea. Okay, what y'all think about this money? Play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Don't hate the player, hate the game of law enforcement. Reap what you sow, mofos. John, thanks for the info. That's right, he played himself. Get to that ripe old age and getting locked up for doing something stupid like that. And then they found out that there was more than $1 million missing, probably $2 million. $68,000 on a Mercedes-Benz, 2 Rolexes. You don't even make money. Your job doesn't even afford you to have stuff like that. Thunderant, foolish idiot. Put yourself on radar and look what happened. Now we're going to keep on moving forward now because we got this other Florida. I'm not even going to call him a man. This is another Thunderant. How fast do you think that he was driving? I'll wait. How fast do you think he was driving? Nope, I ain't waiting because you ain't going to never get it. 155 miles per hour. You know what? Now that's kind of crazy. I know somebody that just got a Corvette that might be able to go that fast. But yeah, this right here doesn't make a lot of sense right here to even be doing this in traffic and on the highway where other cars have to do the speed limit of 55. So what are you doing? You're endangering your life as well as the people around you.
Into the arrest of an alleged super speeder. Troopers clocked a 20-year-old going 155 miles an hour. When they pulled him over, they say he thought he was going about 80 down I-4 in Seminole County. Fox 35's Stephanie Buff-Monty found out how police were able to catch him.
95 over the posted speed limit, that is a missile going down the interstate system, and it can kill someone.
Lieutenant Tara Crescenzi says a Florida Highway Patrol trooper doing radar enforcement clocked Octavius Hunt doing 155 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. It happened around 1 a.m. Sunday on I-4 in this Dodge Challenger. That's when the trooper called in for help.
We had a trooper up ahead that was able to identify that vehicle, and then them two together, they were able to put a vehicle in front and a vehicle behind and get them over on the shoulder.
The 20-year-old told troopers he was only going 80 miles per hour as he headed to a friend's house with 3 others in his car, but the trooper didn't buy it.
It is so dangerous to be driving that fast, not only because of the new law change and potentially facing jail time, but also the consequences of if you were involved in a crash. If you crash into somebody else or you lost control and you crash into a concrete wall barrier, you're not only going to kill yourself, but you could potentially kill your 3 passengers.
Hunt was arrested under Florida's new super speeder law, which heightens penalties for anyone going over 100 miles per hour or anyone driving 50 miles an hour above the posted speed limit.
Now look, this is just me. Nobody got hurt, so don't get mad, all right? This is when Bugatti steps in like Professor Xavier, and I go to the jail and I'm like this. We see that you like to speed. You like to speed, right? In that case, we got something for you. Put them right in Formula One, give them a car. Call me what you want, but I'll put some money on that boy. Woo! You think I wouldn't? Put some money on that boy. Nobody got hurt. That's right, I step in just like Professor Xavier. He's the only one that sees your talent. But I see your talent, boy. Come here. Come on over here. Put some money on that boy. Don't do that. Put him in jail for a little bit of time. Smack on the wrist. Nobody got hurt. But you think I ain't going to put some money on that boy? Stop playing with me. Y'all smart. Find out who this boy is and manage him. That's when you get behind him. Put him in formula. Give him a car. 155 miles per hour on the highway. Imagine what that fool can do on formula or actually racing against people. Give him a car. Dale Earnhardt Jr., all y'all people. That boy have all types of oil and different types of sponsors out here. Stop playing with me. You're hilarious. You look sharp. Thank you so much. Good morning, Grib. Absolutely. You evil unk. You know I would. Yo, also thank Harley again for the 20 more for the memberships. Thank you so much, Holly. Appreciate you so much for all the love that you show on this show. Thank you so much. We're going to keep on moving forward. I love that story. I think that was cool. We got to go dumb it down a little bit because we got some lawmakers, GOP lawmakers, Warren and Davidson, that's responding to the Epstein file releases and the resolutions. I told you guys, they was like, oh, the Epstein information is over. Nope, I buried it, and I sent some down the line for some of our late risers, so that we have some information for guys like you too. We got so much going on, man. We just gonna keep on going and keep on stacking the deck.
Do you think that the administration should release more on the Epstein files?
I think DOJ should prosecute crimes. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm more interested in prosecutions and convictions than I am about lists. I don't want any evidence to not be admissible.
Do you think, though, that more information, though, the public deserves to hear more about what happened here?
Yeah, I mean, I think people are kind of sick of congressional reports or even, special prosecutors that lay out evidence for things and then nothing ever happens. I think people are sick of the, talking. They're interested in the doing. So I think that's really the only thing that's going to make this go away.
All right, what we got from Representative Johnson? Because that was Representative Warren right there. Let's get some information from the reps. As you can see, all the way from Kevin O'Leary, people are interested in the Epstein files, but not as much as the way that the country is actually running and the money that's happening, tariffs and things of that nature.
This resolution that the House Rules Committee approved last week calling for the release of the Epstein files, this resolution, will you commit to giving it a vote before the August recess?
So here's what I would say about the Epstein files. There is no daylight between the House Republicans, the House, and the President on maximum transparency. He has said that he wants all the credible files related to Epstein to be released. He's asked the Attorney General to request the grand jury files of the court. All of that is in process right now. My belief is we need the administration to have the space to do what it is doing, and if further congressional action is necessary or appropriate, then we'll look at that. But I don't think we're at that point right now because we agree with the president.
So no vote on this resolution before August recess?
We had this episode in New York of this CBP officer shot in the face here. Some people are concerned, though, about the Trump administration going too far with some of these deportations and not going after the people who are, they truly ought to be deported.
The focus has always been on dangerous criminal illegal aliens, and the person who shot this officer valiantly, even off duty, as I'm told, is an example of why we have this problem. The Biden administration opened the border wide for 4 years. We all talked about it incessantly. We begged the previous president to close it, and he refused to do so. So by some estimates, at least 20 million people came into the country illegally. Many of them are dangerous. We're seeing that on display right now. Thank goodness we have a strong commander-in-chief who has sealed that border shut. He demonstrated that the power was always there to do so, and the Biden administration or whoever was in charge of the auto pen refused to do it. Look, we're going to be dealing with the fallout from that for quite some time, but we need ICE agents to do their job. We need the Border Patrol to do their job. We need DHS to do its job, and they are. And we'll support them 100% in that.
I know that went off the topic of Epstein, but I wanted that to get in there too because of the fact that it's more information is direct from him. Anytime we can get information directly from the horse's mouth, we're going to take it as we can get it, you guys. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think that there's a lot of people concentrating on the Epstein files more than tariffs, more than what's going on with our economy right now? That's to be questioned. But guess what we got to get to right now? You smoke crack, don't you? Yeah, don't you smoke crack? Well, yeah, but I did. Jump off the roof, boy. Y'all remember lean on me when you're not strong. And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You smoke crack, don't you? Go on and jump off the roof, boy. I'm talking about no other than I can feel it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about Smoking Hunter. That's right, y'all. Let's get some information on Smoking Hunter Biden. That's right. He had an exclusive interview the other day, and he was talking about everything. And I can say it because he actually was asked the question about smoking rocks. Well, you smoke crack, don't you? Huh, Hunter? You smoke crack, don't you?
shocking, new, wide-ranging interview. He also tears into the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. He says, quote,
Crackdown. Peter Griffin, they said crackdown.
people are really upset about illegal immigration. Blank you. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you have food on your effing table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Let's bring in Fox News contributor and the host of the Hugh Hewitt Show on Fox News Radio, Hugh Hewitt. Hugh, want to get first your reaction to what we've heard so far. Just doing some digging on Andrew Callahan. This was a 3+ hour long interview. This particular YouTube channel, Channel 5,
used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they call me Batman. I saw that.
Very popular. It's got over 3.15 million subscribers. We're hearing they met briefly before they sat down for this interview, so perhaps there was some level of trust, but it's wide-ranging. And he defends illegal immigration in that way. What is your response to what you just heard there?
That Hunter Biden doesn't know much about illegal immigration. Hi, Sandra. Just quick note, I'm on the Salem network, not the Fox network. I am a Fox contributor, however, and proud to be one. I believe the problem is that Hunter Biden doesn't know much about anything other than his old life and how he used to get alcohol and drugs. And about that, he is an authority. He ought not to have been advising his president, his father as president. He ought not to have been involved in anything to do with the White House. He's a convicted felon, and he does not know anything about illegal immigration. He is correct that many illegal immigrants work very hard. Doesn't mean they should stay in the country. That's a long and extended debate about that. I did read some other excerpts in this long interview. I'm not going to watch 3 hours of, I hope, a recovering addict and alcoholic tell me what he thinks ought to be happening in the country. But he clearly doesn't know anything about immigration. He is clearly desperate for attention. And here's my theory, Sandra. No one else in the family can make money now. The pipeline's been cut off, both for Uncle James and for every other Biden that was riding the train. Hunter is trying to become something so he can go out and get speaking gigs. But he's not that interesting because he was mostly stoned or drunk or on drugs for most of his adult life doing horrible things. So I'm just going to put it in that basket of the people who have been discredited, who ought never to be listened to about anything.
You smoke crack, don't you? You don't care about your life. Jump, jump. They used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they call me Batman. Come on, we got some more smoking rocks information. Go ahead and get into it. So where'd you get your crack from? We need to know, Mr. Hunter.
I was drinking so much alcohol, almost a handle of vodka a day. And alcohol is the most destructive drug, not just to your body, but it puts you in more danger than any other drug that I've ever experienced.
Yeah, don't try to overpower.
And then you add on top of that the amount of crack that I was using at the time. And crack cocaine, in terms of your physical health, is...
So you could say he's a crackhead because he admitted it already, right? Now he's going to show you the scale and what he was doing. He even got the scale. They blurred out the actual what? Rocks. They blurred out the rocks.
Not as dangerous as the situation that you put yourself in to be able to obtain it.
How do you get crack?
One of the things I don't want to do is give a how-to to any moron like myself that may think that it's a good idea. But crack cocaine is a, I am fully aware when I'm talking about it in relationship
to you,
to my own experience with it. Mm-hmm. It is still a shocking thing for most people, because we have been fed this perception of crack cocaine. It's more than just a drug. It's more than, like, if you say meth or if you say heroin or if you say cocaine. It comes with a whole bunch of different baggage.
Like
and
what?
Because of that, places that you can go get it are some of the most dangerous places in whatever location you happen to be in. And it's everywhere. Mainly for that reason, I learned.
So when you had that little clear bag, that little, what they call that bag, the cellophane bag, where they got, you lost, the one that you lost in the White House. I know you was mad about losing your stash because it's hard to get, and you admit it. So we understand your plight here, Hunter. We just hope that you stop. And it's not a joke to have anybody being addicted to any D-rugs or anything like that. But the things that you did while you were under the influence and how many people you hurt and the conspiracies and everything that had to do with your father makes it a little hard for people to feel sad for you. You know, you were smoking rocks, you know. It's hard to be, feel bad for a crackhead, you know.
Learned how to make my own.
He learned how to make his own too.
Red. I'm going to pretend like you're not getting attacked by a bee right now.
Hey, it's all right.
Keep my train of thought.
Without them, we would all.
Just trying to. By the way, that's true too. Birds aren't real, but bees are.
Yeah, I don't even know if you guys care about seeing that interview, just like the other preceding person said. Who wants to see a recovering addict? I don't even believe that he actually went and did that interview. I would question how much he got paid to do it, because I'm sure that guy paid him some money to do that. I mean, I would have did it too to get some more demo on my platform. Why not? How many rocks you want to come on the show? Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with the rocks, but I know a dude around the corner that might be able to hook you up. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all, because Trump is demanding immediate end to cashless bail. It's a complete disaster is what the president is basically saying. Let's stack this deck and keep on going, y'all. Let's go.
To end cashless bail across the country, writing, quote, crime in American cities started to significantly rise when they went to cashless bail. The worst criminals are flooding our streets and endangering even our great law enforcement officers. It is a complete disaster and must be ended immediately. But one candidate for district attorney has a quote-unquote different approach to criminals. Nicole Alois, hoping to be DA of Nassau County, New York, encouraging criminals to apply for a job on her campaign to the tune of $7,000 a month. Her opponent and current Nassau County DA, Ann Donnelly, joins me now. DA Donnelly, thanks so much for being here. The job posting has since been adjusted to remove the request for criminals. But what do you make of this latest example of Democrats prioritizing criminals over law-abiding citizens?
I think that's exactly what it says. You know, this criminal coddling that's been going on since they started with cashless bail, discovery reform, pay for free lawyers for everybody, is just getting out of hand. And as the district attorney, my job is to prosecute criminals and to help victims. And nobody seems to care about the victims anymore.
There we go.
Yeah, it's so confusing to me because, as you just said, literally the job of a prosecutor is to be the voice of the people, to be the voice of the victim. And yet this push toward, hey, criminals need to be helped at all costs is the exact opposite. If you want to do that, that's fine. There's a public defender's office for that.
Right. And I have no objection to criminals getting a second chance after they've served their time or, their punishment has been. But to call for them to come into the heart of a campaign for the highest ranking law enforcement officer of the county says to me that she's blind to what her job is supposed to be. We deal with sensitive material, we deal with confidential material, we deal with some of the most intriguing investigations that are going on, things that you can't share except with trusted individuals.
And that's why New York is where it is right now and why the police officers are leaving, because if you can't get the crimes to stick, they can't get rank. When you're a police officer, the way to get rank is to get a lot of collars, good arrests. Then when the person get arrested, they get charged and they go to jail for their crime. But if you got DAs that refuse to prosecute, you got liberal judges that's doing revolving doors when it comes down to the jail system, nobody wants to stay here. And then we get the bad police because they letting anybody be a police officer right now. You guys don't see what's going on? And you think that's cool? First thing we need to do is get rid of Kathy Jokel Hochul immediately. And thank you for another super chat. Thank you, Harley. Another awesome show. Thanks, Bugatti. And thank you so much for always coming through for the show. You guys, thank Harley for the $100 super chat. We're going to keep on moving forward. I want to know what you guys got to say about this. I'm tired of what's going on in New York City. It makes no sense for this to happen. Harlem is in the building. What's going on? I see you. What else we got over here? What's up, Casey? How you doing? On 100, got the piece and the gloves up. Everybody doing good up in here. Indians exposed investigation says nice. Live strong. Let's keep on moving forward because, we ain't stopping. But I would appreciate you guys to show Harley some love, because a $100 super chat is major over here, and we appreciate the support. It keeps the show going. I swear to God it do, and we're glad you're back. Caught on camera, a man charged with attacking one person in a hate crime inside of a casino. This is not in New York, But it seems like we're getting a lot of action like Grand Theft Auto out here in our world where people are not being human, have humanity. Instead of us always wanting to fight and punch people and hurt people, because you got to think about it. I used to be like that, always wanting to fight and everything. And next thing you know, I wouldn't have fight, but you're in the cell. You know, not for a long period of time, because guess what? They're going to let you out, but you don't want to deal with stuff like that. Because what happens is this. Yeah, I'll beat you up. I'm going to do this. Next thing you know, you win, and they're like, it was him. So guess what? You lost. You won the fight, but guess what you got now? And now you're taking that ride. How you think I know about that ride? They never do no time. Had a couple of fights, and I never liked that ride. So after a while, I was like, yeah, all right, you got it, whatever. Yeah, whatever, you could talk all that, because I'm not going to let you rope me into getting in the jam. When you get older, you got to put some fat on your brain and learn. That's right, y'all. Come on, let's get over here. We got this situation that happened similar to this, where they're calling it a man that was charged with a hate crime in an LGBTQ casino attack. Let's go.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and good morning to you. If you're just now tuning in, take a look at your screen following a
By the way, this is Detroit. Get to the front of the stage, Detroit. Come on up here.
developing story this morning. We're learning that two same-sex couples allegedly assaulted outside of a casino in downtown Detroit. It's being called a hate crime by investigators. We want to check in now with Fox 2 Detroit's Robin Murdaugh, who joins us live this morning outside of the Detroit Police Headquarters to explain how all of this unfolded. Robin, good morning to you.
Good morning, Janae. Yeah, a 26-year-old man from Texas. He now faces several charges. He faces hate crime charges as well as assault charges stemming from this alleged assault that happened outside the MGM Grand Casino here in Detroit. As you can imagine, this was just a horrifying experience for both of these same-sex couples. One woman even ended up with a concussion as a result of this. Now, this all happened 2 weekends ago while they were all waiting for the valet at the MGM Grand Casino here in downtown Detroit. That is when a man who has now been identified as 26-year-old William Wilson started calling the couple's names and slurs. The situation escalated very quickly when Wilson allegedly started throwing punches. We are told he hit one woman repeatedly, even knocking her out at one point. She ended up with a couple dozen stitches and is still nursing a very serious concussion this morning. Take a listen.
And we're just questioning at the fact of, like, we asked for help and we didn't receive help. And now we're concerned for other people that go to MGM. Like, there's a lot of older people that frequent MGM. And if the security is not there to help people, who's to say that that doesn't happen to an older person?
Not only that, but let's keep it 100. Just because it was LGBTQ, they probably looking at it differently. And I got to be fair in this story right here. These people probably weren't, I don't know what the argument was about. But when it comes down to couples arguing, probably had to do with some alcohol after the casino. Don't know exactly what happened, but punching a woman in the face and knocking her out and making her go down like that, that's crazy. And I do think that he needs to get, and yeah, watch your head. So he got a lot to deal with. Don't know what's going on with the old people, as she's saying exact accusations and stuff like that. I do believe that this situation could be possibly just centered around this one situation and this one story. They don't have to worry about like the older people and everybody like that. This guy seemed like he was drunk, being an a-hole, and basically did something that he wasn't supposed to do, and he deserves to be locked up. And no, not gay or anything like that, and I don't gay bash, but fair is fair. No matter who you are, you deserve to be able to enjoy your night and be safe, no matter who you're walking with. Keep on moving forward. What's this? What's L Boogie, FBI agent, is accused of what is trying to use in his defense. This is crazy. This is an FBI agent that's been using his position to really harm people that are, to really harm citizens. And I'm really glad that this guy was caught, because in his position, he was really using his position to really harm people. This says what L Boogie, FBI agent accuses of Marilyn R. Word says in his defense. So this is an FBI agent that knew about certain people that were going through certain bad situations because he had the information on the other side. And he wound up using it in a very terrible manner, you guys. Let's check this story out. Let's get into it. Let's go.
A Maryland FBI agent charged with sexually assaulting 3 women.
A Maryland FBI agent charged with sexually assaulting 3 women is testifying in his own defense today. Prosecutors say Eduardo Valdivia promised the women free tattoos and assaulted them during filmed modeling shoots. News 4's Amy Cho joins us live from outside the courtroom with what we heard from him in response. Amy?
Washington.
Yeah, on Erica. Today in court, FBI agent Eduardo Valdivia admitted to hiding evidence once he learned there was a warrant out for his arrest on sexual assault charges. Valdivia admitted to throwing away a box of condoms and also wiping his laptop and memory cards, which contained pictures and videos of himself having sexual encounters with the women in these cases. But Valdivia insists everything that happened was consensual, and he says he stopped those sexual encounters once the women said they were uncomfortable.
When he wasn't at his day job as an FBI supervisor, prosecutors say Eduardo Valdivia had a side hustle running tattoo studios in Montgomery County. Court documents show he used the Instagram account DC Fine Line Tattoos and the fake names Laylo Brown and El Boogie to lure the women. Prosecutors allege he promised them modeling contracts, then filmed himself sexually assaulting the women and used the contracts as blackmail to get them to return.
Whoa.
Today in court, Valdivia took the stand, testifying that everything was consensual.
Wow.
He described one of the lingerie photo shoots, saying, "I let her know this shoot would be more adult-oriented, an opportunity for her to show her sensual, erotic side.
Yeah.
I told her if she didn't complete the shoot, she wouldn't get paid." But he also says, "I told her nobody was forcing her to do anything she didn't want to do." Last week, one of the alleged victims testified, "I didn't know what was going to happen. I froze in shock. I was too scared to move." This isn't Valdivia's first time on trial. Back in 2020, he was charged by Montgomery County prosecutors with attempted murder for shooting a man on a metro train. Prosecutors say the man in the purple shirt there was asking for money and walked away cursing, and Valdivia told him to watch his mouth. Things then escalated, and Valdivia shot the man twice. Valdivia later testified he felt threatened, and the jury found him not guilty on all counts.
Wow.
Now, years later, as he once again sits in a Montgomery County courthouse, he's facing 18 charges in total, 8 counts of felony rape and 10 counts of misdemeanor sexual offense.
If convicted, Valdivia could be facing decades in prison. The FBI says he is currently suspended without pay, but declined to comment further.
And you mean to tell me they had that video and they let him beat that case? What do y'all think about this in the comments as soon as I turn around? Please, I need to know what you guys think about this. Please, let me see what you guys got on this. Did you see that crazy right there? The real Roger C. Magabay, what Lewis looking dude. Sir, what's your what else is it? Paul, it's your hero and whatever. Sue the department. So why go? LGBTQ, what else we got? Indians investigated, have fun in jail, buddy. Don't drop the soap. Thank you for staying on topic, Indians Exposed. Thank you so much. She does have a very nice figure. I've said Ivanka was my daughter. Perhaps I'll be dating her. Okay, Jatakia, you're going to get up out of here for not staying up on point. Thank you for doing that and calling yourself out. Harley says, Grim Love, I prefer to eat at home, but when I dine out, I order what I like and not by price. I do though enjoy being generous. You probably have a problem with that too. That's on you. Enjoy the show. Trying to mess with the #1 co-host on the show and got served. Boom! Give it to him, Harley. Don't play with Harley like that. Trying to slay my dog like that. And got caught out there. Try to play with a player and he called you out by himself. And it don't even matter. See, you try to come with any of my co-hosts, they can handle their own. They ain't no joke up in here. They ain't Jordan, but they could be Scotty. You know what I'm saying? We got some real co-hosts up in here. Don't be playing around with Harley. I love the way he handled you. Good work, Harley. Good work. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What we got over here? We got this DA now. Oh, my God. The New York City Parks Department supervisor, amongst 17 other people caught selling crack rocks in the Bronx. And again, thank you. See what Harley doing is shutting you down. Look at Harley. Grim Love made me do this. Harley, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Harley said, Grim Love made me do this. Yo. Oh my, don't be messing around with the number one host, the co-host up in there, y'all, because he's going to shut you down. Y'all, do me a favor and thank Harley and Grim Love. Thank Grim Love for getting Harley excited to give up $100 super chat. Thank you so much, Grim Love. And yeah, appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're going to keep on moving forward now. Going to mess with the number one co-host in the building and get served. You got served.
Night in an open-air drug market in the center of Fordham Road's popular shopping district
this,
has
y'all.
been shut down.
Watch this.
News 12's Heather Fordham shares the exclusive details of the takedown and where investigators say the drugs were coming from.
Grim Lore.
In the heart
Love
of one
you,
of New
Grim
York
Lord.
City's
Stop
busiest
playing, man.
shopping districts, Fordham Road is where pounds of crack cocaine and oxycodone were being sold.
Knowing that drugs is right here in my neighborhood, like that, pounds and pounds of it.
17 people, allegedly known as the West Fordham Boys, were arrested and charged for running a 24/7 drug operation. Investigators say this corner across from DeVoe Park is where sales were made. Wanda Perez Maldonado is the chief of investigations at the Bronx District Attorney's Office.
This investigation began as we were addressing concerns by the community about open-air drug markets.
Undercover officers bought drugs from the alleged dealers, including a New York City park supervisor that supplied at least 1,000 grams of crack cocaine to fuel their operation.
In this case, we had an instance where somebody was stabbed as a result of it.
The DA says an employee at this pharmacy on Webster Avenue stole more than 1,000 oxycodone pills and resold them on the street.
But I'm so glad that they busted them and it's no longer here.
In a second bust, 11 people were arrested for claiming stake of a bodega on Southern Boulevard for their drug enterprise.
That it affects communities, families, in terms of businesses are negatively impacted as well by these open drug markets.
I know Hunter's mad. You mean to tell me they had crack rock right there and I couldn't find it? Man, Hunter's like, damn, look at that big bag. You see, now, if Hunter would see a picture like that of a big bag of crack rock like that, that'll probably make him have a relapse. Again, thank you so much, Harley. Don't let him send you off haywire like that. Go play with Sadie. Don't you know we love you, sweet Sadie. Man, do that puppy love y'all. Everywhere he go, that dog be like this, trying to get behind him. He put him in the cage. He be like this, no, let me out. Follow you. I'm following you. Where you going? Let me go with you. That dog got so much energy, probably keep you busy like crazy. But yes, we're happy. We're so happy that you got a new love, and that's so great for the dog population. I love to see dogs get a great home. I love to see them just so comfortable in their house and just chilling and doing what they do like they pay rent. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You got that pit bull, you go in the living room, and next thing you know, he on his back like this, and he's knocked out like he had a hard day at work, right? But he ain't even do nothing but poop a couple of times and bark at the door and look out the window because they real nosy. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going over to the NYPD as they expand on the program to improve in things like this in the neighborhoods and the quality of life due to the fact that since marijuana has become legal, it is attempted to be sold everywhere. I'm talking about on the corner. These guys be having their vans outside, and y'all like, where, Bugatti, where? Where they got it like that at? Tell me. You're about to find out, all of you guys that want to know. But I hope you hurry up and get over there, because guess what's happening? Even though it's legal, it's not legal to sell. Let's get on over here. I want you guys to see something. You are not going to believe this. I want you guys to understand what you're about to see right now is arowana. That's right, that sticky, icky stuff that used to be for the hippie days, and they're selling it right out in the open, right out in the street.
Efforts to cut down on crime and increase the quality of life for New Yorkers, the NYPD will expand its Every Block Counts program.
Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis has a look at how officers are zeroing in on more communities.
So basically these are THC, it looks like edibles.
So now all that right there, that's it. That's all the good stuff right there. And all of them, you see that undercover right there, got that one over there. So basically you're walking up the street. This is regular, woo, the Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Booby-Dooby-Doo. Oh, okay, y'all got that? Kids, all that, on the way to school and everything. That's the part that I don't like. I see them enticing the children, saying, come over here after school. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. Keep on going.
Flour that they've set up a shelving on the sidewalk.
An open-air illegal cannabis shop operating on the sidewalk of Sherman Avenue, shut down today by a swarm of law enforcement. It's the kind of crackdown welcomed by many residents.
Amazon bags full inside the van. Why? Because they look at it like it's nothing and it's fine to do. And guess what? Guess who don't care? The police don't care. As long as all of y'all on the side blazed up and we ain't got to come lock you up, go ahead and smoke. They don't care.
Try not to be around, to be honest. But we do what.
How the neighbors and the people that really feel in the neighborhood's the one that actually care. And yes, I'm gonna go there. There are a lot of racists, and I don't mean racist with a T. I mean racist. Thank you so much. Donation on behalf of Grim Law. Thank you so much. $2 for Grim Law. Harley just gave up $2 for you, Grim. See that? He has a lot of love in his heart. He even donating for you. But this person right here is basically a neighbor, a person that lives in that neighborhood that doesn't like what's going on. But believe it or not, there are many people and many races of people that don't look at certain things as crimes. They don't look at selling D-rugs as crimes. Also selling themselves, believe it or not, depending on the neighborhood that you live in, because of the population and the type of people in the country that they come from. And we can't look down on people because of that, because if it's hard where they're from, they're used to doing whatever they have to do to survive. But when they bring things like that to our country, it affects our country and our neighborhoods.
Whatever we can to, be outside, or it's mostly for my kids, so they don't have to see what goes on in the community.
See?
All right, tell the sheriff to go.
So you can't come outside.
You give eye exams.
I give fresh starts.
So as you can see, those two right there, they were setting somebody up. They said tell the sheriffs to roll up as they were walking. They were walking, I guess, to make a bus right there. But the reason I'm showing you guys this is because this is the ease and the comfort that people in the city of New York have. They'll do it right outside the precinct because they know that it's not going to get them that much jail time.
The initiative includes stepped-up police patrols, but also addresses quality of life complaints. Neighborhoods are identified by crime data, followed by a site inspection.
The lights are broken. The crosswalks are in disarray. There's graffiti all over that block. Abandoned vehicles, quality of life calls. We take all of that data, and then we put it into our list. Good. And then we sit down with the block CEO from that block.
LaTroy Neeser is the block CEO in Inwood, a community volunteer who will act as a liaison with various city agencies.
For sure, I know with my ambition and what I want to see from my community, because I live in the community, I want to see the community do better. So I'm going to make the initiative to get out and make it work.
The city says the plan has worked.
Well, I'm not, because I look at them like roaches, and every time you get rid of one, another roach just steps right back up. And there we go. What we got over here? We got Missy 8420, $1.99. Uh-oh, that's a smoker right there. Thank you, Harley, for the sub. Missy B 420. Sorry to find out that they're going to be shutting down a lot of these spots that you might be frequenting. But yeah, Missy B 420, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat, and also for thanking Harley. But this is what we got going on here, and as you guys can see this, I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, as soon as one thing like this gets shut down, you get another one that pops right in. Why? Because the population is asking for that in that specific area, and when another person sees the opportunity, they just step right in and they seize the land. That's all that happens. So that's why I say it's really hard to combat unless you're every single day they live there. They're not going to just make it easy for you. Also, really quickly, want to know what you guys think about the taking down of statues, changing of names when it comes down to products, changing of titles when it comes down to football teams. Are you the DEI type? Do you think that it's good to change the name of, let's say, football teams from Redskins, perfect example, from the Redskins to the Commanders? Would you be okay if they went back to the Redskins? The reason I'm asking this question right now is because there's a lot going on with President Trump, and he's saying that he's authorizing the Washington Commanders to change their names back to the Redskins. And guess what? There's certain parts of the administration, when it comes down to the Commanders administration, that's saying, nah, we don't want to do it. I personally think that the people, the fans, the people of Washington should take that vote and not the NFL and the owners. Personally, I'm not even a Redskins fan, but I would rather it be the Redskins than the Commanders. That's what I grew up on. Cowboys against the Redskins, and I'm all for it. Thank you so much again, Harley, for the super chat. Just love supporting the #1 6 a.m. show on YouTube. And because of you, it's the #1 show. Because everybody be like, yo, what's up with that guy, Harley? Who is he? Can't believe who he is. I'm going to tell you straight up and down. People that watch this show, they are astounded by you, and we really love you. Just love supporting the #1 YouTube show. And guess what? Because all the other co-hosts on here, because of Batty Lynn, because of Rebecca, who we about to pray for because we love her so much, and because of Kendra, who's not here all the time, but we always make sure that she got it going on. VIP auction group, Casey Ramos. We got people like Sky. I don't forget a lot of it's not. I mean, guess what? I got to do all of this and remember y'all names. So guess what? Liberty and Justice. How I really rock with y'all. Stop playing with me, Casey. Come on now. And this off the top. I ain't reading Jack. Real talk. Really rock with you guys, and I really appreciate you. I get up every day 6 o'clock in the morning to do this, 3 o'clock actually, to make sure that we're up in sequence correctly so that the information that we're putting out is the brand new information that we're getting on YouTube. Then I got to sequence it. Then I got to watch it to make sure that when I talk about it, I know what the HNIC I'm talking about. It's a lot of work, but because of you and I want to stay #1, let me see somebody step up and try to beat us. You're going to have to get up at 2 o'clock, do what I do, and then do the thumbnails and everything too. So come on, baby. I accept the challenge. #1 show on YouTube because of me as well as y'all. Because if it wasn't for y'all, they'll be knocking on the door with a white jacket saying, get him. He's talking to himself again. Real talk. So let's keep on going. I want to know if you guys, I'm going to just call it out. I would rather it be the Redskins. I want Aunt Jemima to go ahead and get back on that box. I want all this nonsense that they talking about with all this statue crap. I'm tired of our country being soft. This is why on this platform, I am never going to censor you. You can say fat. You can make jokes from back in the 80s and 90s. Please be yourself. This is the platform for that. Come on. This is the analog platform where Eddie Murphy Raw is okay to talk about. That's what I'm talking about. So that's why I think that the Redskins, yeah, take your name back. And I understand you got pushback because you're brainwashed right now. That's what happens when you get shell shocked. You get used to something for a while and you wind up being okay with it. Case in point, congestive pricing. Now we paying congestive pricing and nobody want to do nothing about it but complain about it. $9 to go from 59th Street to 60th Street if you have an easy pass. $14 if you don't. Nobody complaining about it. What is wrong with y'all? I can't believe this. Me and Mike, the only ones that got something that keep on voicing our opinion about this. But nobody else want to say nothing. But Redskins, I think you need to take your name back.
I'm calling on the Washington Commanders to return to their roots, saying their new stadium could be on the line if they don't change their name back to the Redskins. He pointed this out on Truth Social, that even a Native American group is in support, saying, quote, their heritage and prestige is systematically being taken away from them. Owners, get it done. It all came just a day after Super Bowl champ Jason Buck called on the president to bring his old team back to their former glory. He joins us now. Jason, what was your reaction to getting that reaction from the president?
Oh, man. A dream come true, right? Just to see him get involved in something like that is just fantastic for us.
Thank you.
I mean, I'd give anything in the world to be able to meet with President Trump from the Redskins side. I mean, I'm a Native American, so I'm a real Redskin and a proud one.
Yeah.
And a proud Washington Redskin from the glory days of Joe Gibbs.
Exactly.
So tell people out there who goes, oh, we shouldn't be talking about skin color in teams.
No.
What do you say?
It's nuts. I say the Redskin is our names. The first written record of the use of the word Redskin was from a Native American chief from the Illinois tribe, actually, Chief Mosquito, writing to a British military colonel saying, talking about us, the Redskins.
Juan. What's up, Casey?
And,
what's up,
it's our word. The European words are Indian and savage and now indigenous. And, we're sick and tired of the intellectual elite at the top of the university towers, like they're all have their own little Hogwarts, telling us what to do with our names. 70 to 90% of Native American Indians, wherever you go, love the name Redskins. They're proud of their heritage. And we don't want it stolen from us.
And what happens is that was the George Floyd things. Snyder was all involved in his scandal, and he just acquiesced, which he said he would never do. The new owner joined Brett Baer on Special Report last year. Listen to what he said. Now the name of the team is Commanders.
Obviously, the focus on the name has happened over the years, and is the Redskins coming back as a part of this deal?
So the Commander's name actually has taken on an amazing kind of element in our building. Obviously, we're in a military city here. There's more military personnel than anywhere else. So we're kind of moving forward the Commander's name, excited about that, and not looking back.
That's not being truthful. This name is not taken off, Commanders.
No, it is so weak. And it breaks the heart of the alumni. It breaks the heart of their whole fan base. It breaks the heart of Native Americans all over the nation. When I played for the Redskins, people in Native Americans that find me in airports and everywhere, fully dressed in Redskin gear, getting autographs. I've never heard a negative word about it in my life until the progressives got hold of it as an issue.
Thank you, and I'm so glad that they stacked the deck, meaning an Indian person, so you can't say, oh, well, what the Indians think about it? Because they always need some kind of receipts. Always need some kind of receipts. Well, guess what? Indian had something to say right there. What y'all got to say about that, all of you progressives? The Washington's mangina, whatever. That was funny. Who cares? Grim, have you ever heard a story of the old woman and the tithers at the temple? Juan says, Jennifer, why are you watching? Indians Exposed says, bye, Jennifer. There's the door. No, let me help Jennifer, y'all. Wait a minute, where Jennifer at? Jennifer, come to the front of the stage. Because if you got a problem, they already did what they had to do. They said your name. So all I got to do is, bang, to get you up out of here. So please say something. Are you back with us? Fight. Say something slick. Keep on saying what you were saying before to stick your head out the rabbit hole. Because now I'm waiting for you to pop out so I can get rid of you. So Jennifer, please, come on, Jennifer. Jennifer, come on. Jennifer, come on. What y'all got? Come on, Jen. Why you ain't saying nothing no more? Why you ain't saying nothing no more, Jennifer? Because you know you're going to get up out of here, right? That's the power of the co-host. Stop playing with us. Because guess what? And try to sneak when I turn around. I'm going to still get you. I'm going to still get you when your next video is playing. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. You guys, do me a favor. If you appreciate the content and the videos that you're watching right now, let's get those likes up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Become a member. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and we do it by what? By working and by sweating it and putting it down and leaving it on the court. Where Jennifer at? Where Jennifer at? Oh, I thought she was going to think since I was talking that I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, where you at? That's right, chat not playing. We don't play around here. We got to keep on moving forward because we got this mama duck that don't give a cluck. Talking about, come on over here. Now, I don't know how smart animals are, but I tell you one thing. They always surprise me. Now, this is mama duck. Her babies were stuck somewhere, and this guy just thought that the duck was trying to get over there to get some water, probably get some bread or something like that. No, this mama duck, she had another plan. She needed help. Mama duck asked this man for help, and he delivers. Check this out, you guys. As you can see, the mama duck is walking off because I made a mistake and didn't bring it back to the top. But let's get to the top of the video. As you can see, there's a man walking to the side of the road right now. Looks like he's been working on something, maybe doing some lawn care or whatever. All of a sudden, a duck approaches him, and he's wondering why. So he distracts it, tries to get it to get away, brushes it off.
She's hot.
He's trying to shoo it away, but she's not leaving. Do you need water? What do you need? The reason is heartbreaking. He finds all of the ducklings inside of a storm drain.
She's so stressed.
And she's stressed out because they're stuck down there.
Oh my goodness.
Bring your long pry bar.
Look at the little baby.
It helps the duckies out.
So they were walking, of course. They probably walked by her. They walked behind her and they fell down in the duck hole, in the hole.
You're gonna need a bigger one.
Can you see the babies? Where's the mom? Oh, she's so stressed.
More people came to help.
Poor mama.
She's stressed out. She's like, whack, whack, get my babies, get my babies, whack, whack.
Baby, they're so cute. How did she get them down there?
Because they follow her, yeah. And they fell.
Oh, mama. Well, you did good finding a human. Me.
She's like, just get my babies out of there. Just get my babies out of there. She waiting too. She patient. Now this is what I call good humans right here. Helping out. That's right. Even though it's a little duck. A duckling.
She's so stressed.
Sure they don't get into that storm drain either.
You have like a box? Yeah.
You want no box? Get that lady back her
My
baby.
hubby, the hero. Here you go, mama. There's your babies. Just don't let them get hit by a car. Oh my God, they're so little. Oh, they're the cutest things I've ever seen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, they're so cute. This made my day. Baby, my hero. Oh, there she goes. There they go. Go to mama. Go to mama.
Finally reunited with their mama.
I don't think they need the box.
Nah, you don't need no box. She out with her kids.
All right, now how do we protect them from getting hit by a car?
She got that. Just make sure you got my babies. I'm good.
Oh my God, baby, thank you for saving them. There she goes. She's so happy. And I'm so happy. Look at that butt wiggle. Look at her. She's so happy to have her babies.
Kind acts and good gestures for animals. You guys, it only took a couple of seconds, well, a couple of minutes for them to get them out of there. I love stories like that, and I like to send you guys out like that. You know how we do. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you guys. If y'all ready to make some money, 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 all y'all got to do is hit that link in the description, fill out a survey, because today's surveys, you could have went up to $750. You guys will make some money, and I'll make some money too. Also, if you have a business, I don't know what you do, lawn care, you might be a mobile barber, you could be a detailer, I don't know what you do, but what we want to do over here, because this is our platform, if you subscribe and if you're a member to the channel, all you got to do is send over your promos to us. Make sure that your promo flyer is in a 10 by 1080, and that's what we're going to put in the post area so everybody on YouTube can see it, and it's going to be coming from our platform. That's right. We can put pictures up in the post notification area. You send me the text, what's going on with your business, and whatever you want to put there, we're going to put that up so you guys can get some possible potential business for you to make some money, 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 money. Where do you send it to? bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridge, like a Brooklyn bridge. Bridge this, not that. bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Also, you guys want to send me an email? That's where you send it to. I respond all the time. Also, guess what's happening? We got an event coming up this Saturday. I am going to be in the Hutchinson Superstore. I want you guys to come out and hang out with me because I'm going to be doing a tasting. Me and who? We got DJ Don Dada that's going to be with me at the Show Your Talent tasting and sign up. That's right. Saturday, July the 26th, 2025. We're going to be at the Wine and Liquor Superstore at 815 Hutchinson River Parkway. That's in the Bronx, you guys. What's going to happen is you got the potential to possibly make $250. All you got to do is show up. Let me see your talent. I don't know if you sing. I don't know if you dance. I don't know what you do. You rap. You might even cook. Yes, that's right. If you're a chef and you pop up with that food and it tastes good, guess what? You won. You're going to win, boom, $250 in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Already did Queens, Staten Island. That's right, you guys. After we finish, we're going to bring everybody together in one location in Manhattan where one person can win $1,000. I really want to see who's talented. I want to know what kind of talent you guys have. How much do I want to know? I want to know so bad that I'm the host. And I want to let you guys know that it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. That's right, the Show Your Talent search. It's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. So when you guys want to sign up, all you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go down to the first page, join the mailing list. Make sure you're 21 and older, and you have already signed up to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, where I'm going to be the host. I can't wait to see you. Everybody else that's not in the state of New York, guess what? We're going to be doing it live, so you guys will not miss it. And yes, we got a big draw. That is DJ Don Dada, who used to be with Black Ink Crew. She's a DJ now, so hopefully you guys come out, have a sip, chill out with us, may have a little bit of conversations, go live on your own social network page. Let everybody know that you met up with Bugatti, and have a fantastic evening with your boy. From 4 to 7, that's where we're going to be at this Saturday. And with that being said, yes, it is Wednesday, hump day. We got to make it over today to get to tomorrow, but we don't worry about days. We worry and focus on life, being the best people that we can be and trying hard to make it the next day. And we continuously thank God for giving us today and for letting us be here. Problems present opportunities. Look at it like that. We're always going to have a problem, but the problem snitches on itself and it tells you what the answer is. Hard part is getting to that solution. But guess what? As long as we wake up every day, we got another chance to push forward and another chance to get it right. So with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, I thank all of you guys for showing love. Thank you for the support. This is going to be the last chance for you to hit that like button. Last chance to become a member. Well, you can become a member and subscribe at any time you want. But as far as when the show is going on, because we're about to get up out of here. I got work to do, and I know you guys do too. Want you guys to have a safe, fantastic, healthy day until tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em. Peace. Ha ha. One.